Hello, this is Mary with the Money Matters lesson called Cha-Cha-Ching or Cha-Cha-Changing that is in our Money Matters kit. This lesson has the directions in the pouch with information about objectives, supplies, teaching tips, and then on the back step-by-step directions on the lesson. This lesson is for students understanding the value of each of the coins that are available in our currency. So to start this lesson, it's really pretty basic. You're going to roll a dice and collect that many pennies. You're always going to start with pennies and work up from there. So we're going to collect 4 pennies, and the children will have a pile of money that is in pile of coins that's in the pouch that they'll take out. So in this case, they've got those 4 pennies. And then the other student will roll and they'll start out, and it's whoever can reach the dollar the first wins the game. So you have the boards that are available for the students to play on. And you can have students playing in pairs so that they can talk about the exchange rate together, which is also an optimal way for students to learn. So let's say they roll again, it comes back to this player 1 again, and he rolls a 1. So he's going to collect 1 more penny that he's going to add on. And once he has 5 pennies, he can exchange that for a nickel. So he's going to get rid of his pennies and exchange it for a nickel. So he's always going to be working up the board. So if they roll again and get a 2 this time, he's going to start with that nickel and add 2 more pennies. So he now has 7 cents. As soon as they have got, has gotten 5 more pennies and gets another nickel to add, he'll exchange the 2 nickels for a dime. But let's say he's sitting right here. Let's see, I'm going to start. And he has 3 pennies down here and no nickels, and he has a dime up there. So they roll again. In this case, I've got 4 pennies. So I'm going to collect, I'm going to replicate this. I'm going to add my 4 pennies on here. I'm going to add my 4 pennies, but to get my nickel, I only take out the 5 pennies. So I still have 2 pennies. So right now I have a dime, a nickel, and 2 pennies, and I'm working my way up. As soon as I have 2 dimes and a nickel, I can exchange that for a quarter and then start all over. So let's say we're at the point where we have, we have a quarter, a dime, a nickel, and 2 pennies. We're going to roll again. I'm going to keep that 4 up there. Let's say we roll a 4 again. I'm going to collect my 4 pennies. Now the kids might be able to do the math in their head right away and do the exchange rate right away, which would be excellent. But if they can't, you add the 4 pennies, you take out 5, and you bring in your other nickel. So now I've got the 2 nickels, which I'm going to exchange for another dime. Duplicate my dime here. And now I have 2 dimes and 1 penny. Do that one. I have 2 dimes and 1 penny, and I'm working up to a quarter. So the next time when I collect, if I collect another nickel, and I've gotten 5 pennies or 4 more pennies, and I collect another nickel, I can then exchange that dime and that nickel for another, for another quarter. I'm going to duplicate this quarter here. So now I have 2 quarters, which is the same as the 50-cent piece. So I can do all of those exchanges. So it's getting kids to understand the value of each one of the coins, and you're working your way up to $1, and whoever reaches $1 first wins. So enjoy this game.